In 1977, no one expected a toy line to change childhood forever. When Star Wars hit theaters, George Lucas didn't just revolutionize cinema. He accidentally discovered the most profitable idea in the history of marketing: the movie that sells the merchandise. Kenner, a small toy company from Cincinnati, won the rights almost by accident. No one else wanted them. The first Christmas after Star Wars, every kid in America wanted an action figure. But Kenner hadn't made any yet. So they sold empty boxes, a promise certificate for toys that didn't exist. Parents bought them anyway. That moment, kids unwrapping air and calling it joy, was the birth of modern fandom economics. A system where desire mattered more than ownership, and scarcity wasn't a problem. It was a feature. By the time the figures arrived months later, the frenzy had become mythology. Kenner had turned imagination into currency, and Hollywood was watching. By the late 1990s, Lego was in trouble. Kids were trading bricks for screens, and the world's most iconic toy company was losing relevance fast. Then, in 1999, George Lucas re-released The Phantom Menace, and Lego saw its chance. It was the perfect alliance. One brand built on imagination, the other on obsession. For Lego, Star Wars was oxygen, a license to rebuild itself on nostalgia. For Lucasfilm, it was immortality, the promise of keeping Star Wars alive in every bedroom on Earth. The first Lego Star Wars set sold out instantly. Kids built their favorite scenes. Adults collected them like sacred artifacts. Lego wasn't just selling toys anymore. It was selling belonging. And for the first time, both child and parent were customers in the same emotional economy. But beneath that joy was something new: permanence. Every movie, every ship, every character meant another re-release, another must-have. Lego had turned fandom into a subscription model, the kind that never cancels. The Force was no longer a story. It was a business plan. At first, Lego Star Wars felt innocent, a creative way to relive your favorite moments from the movies. But Lego wasn't just rebuilding X-Wings and Millennium Falcons, it was rebuilding you. The company had discovered the ultimate psychological loop: completionism. Each new set unlocked a little dopamine hit, the illusion of progress, the satisfaction of control. It wasn't play anymore. It was collecting, disguised as creativity. Lego fed that loop with precision. Every movie re-release meant new sets with exclusive minifigures. Collectors learned the language of scarcity: rare prints, retired models, limited runs. Adults began hoarding unopened boxes, not to play with, but to preserve, to invest, to own the idea of Lego. Forums, fan wikis, and online marketplaces turned childhood into a commodity exchange. Lego had transformed from a toy into a financial instrument, and the most loyal fans were now its unpaid marketers. Every click, every post, every unboxing video deepened the trap. This wasn't nostalgia, it was addiction, built brick by brick. Lego had always sold childhood, but with Star Wars it discovered something far more valuable: adulthood longing for childhood. By the mid-2000s, Lego wasn't targeting kids anymore. It was studying their parents. The company's research revealed that nostalgia had become predictable, measurable, and monetizable. They called it AFOL, Adult Fans of Lego. AFOLs weren't a fringe hobby. They were a new market class. Adults with disposable income, craving control and comfort in the chaos of real life. Lego didn't just embrace them, it built for them. Collector editions, UCS starships, limited run sets priced higher than smartphones. Every purchase promised one thing: the illusion of mastery in a world that no longer felt stable. Lucasfilm got it too. Each new trilogy meant another wave of nostalgia to mine. Reboots, remasters, repackaged emotions, feeding a generation that couldn't let go. This wasn't fandom anymore. It was an industry of emotional recycling, and every brick was a receipt for the past you. By the 2010s, LEGO Star Wars wasn't a toy line anymore. It was an asset class. Collectors tracked set values like stocks, monitoring resale markets, and released calendars as if they were financial instruments. What started as play had become speculation. LEGO knew exactly what it was doing. Every retirement announcement triggered panic. Every exclusive reissue reignited demand. Artificial scarcity wasn't an accident, it was a strategy. In 2015, the Millennium Falcon Ultimate Collector's Edition sold for $800 retail. Within years, it was worth over $3,000 on eBay. The message was clear. LEGO wasn't just selling plastic bricks, it was selling the illusion of investment, wrapped in nostalgia. Fans called it passion. LEGO called it predictable behavior. Because once nostalgia turns into money, it's no longer memory, it's leverage. And the company that owns your childhood doesn't need to advertise anymore. You'll sell it for them, one collector's display at a time. The toy aisle had become a stock exchange, and childhood had gone public. Every great empire eventually collapses, unless it finds a way to rebuild itself forever. LEGO Star Wars did exactly that. Every new trilogy, every Disney Plus spin-off, every anniversary meant one thing: another cycle of release, redesign, and rebuy. LEGO didn't just survive Hollywood's reboot culture. It became the hardware that powered it. When Disney bought Lucasfilm in 2012, the machine went into hyperspeed. Now 3 corporations, Disney, LEGO, and Hasbro, could coordinate global nostalgia like a commodity market. Each film fueled a marketing wave. Each wave a product surge. Each product another dose of dopamine. LEGO no longer needed innovation. It just needed your next memory. The sets weren't built for play. They were built for permanence, to remind you who you were and who you're still paying to be. The Force wasn't with you. It was studying you, tracking every purchase, every like, every click. A perfect feedback loop of profit, emotion, and data. LEGO Star Wars didn't end the story. It made sure the story and the spending never could. We thought LEGO Star Wars was proof that childhood never really dies. But that's the illusion. It doesn't live forever. It just gets resold to us, one memory at a time. Every piece you build is another payment on a past you didn't realize you'd mortgaged. The comfort of nostalgia is the perfect trap. It feels wholesome, safe, earned. But the truth is darker. You're not rebuilding your childhood, you're renting it. LEGO and Disney don't just own the franchise, they own the rhythm of your nostalgia. When it spikes, when it fades, when it's time to reboot it, they've turned emotion into inventory. And so, you keep building. Not because you need more toys, but because you need that fleeting sense of control. That one thing from childhood that still listens when you touch it. LEGO Star Wars was never about imagination. It was about obedience. A galaxy built not on stories, but on sales. This is hidden economics, where your favorite memories come with a price tag.